Okay, let's unpack this. Welcome back to the deep dive. For you, someone who's just received this really fascinating primer for Cohort 10 of Ignite Bermuda, well, we're going to distill it down. Get to the absolute essentials, our mission today. Cut through the noise, give you the most important nuggets about what it really takes to jump into an intensive program like this one. We're digging into the mindset, the support systems, which sound incredible, and the journey itself. All straight from the source, the words shared with the new cohort.
Yeah, and what's really striking looking at the primer is that Ignite Bermuda, it's not just a business accelerator in the typical sense. They're deeply invested, it seems, in fostering entrepreneurs and community leaders. This primer, it feels like the crucial first step on what they explicitly call a transformative journey. It's making it clear this is about more than just your business idea. It's about you.
Exactly. And that's what we want to explore, how they prep participants for that personal evolution and this powerful community that rallies around them, plus the roadmap they lay out. It's all about pulling out those key insights, right from their own intro materials, understanding the why and how behind it all. So let's dive straight into the exclusivity bit first, because that really sets a tone, doesn't it? I mean, you, the listener here, potentially part of this, you're among the 0.5% of Bermuda who made it into Cohort 10. Think about that. Out of 108 applicants, 78 interviews, you were chosen. Wow, that's selective. What does that say about who they're looking for? And maybe what they expect from you right from the get-go.
Well, it's smart framing, isn't it? Psychologically speaking. Emphasizing that 0.5%. It's not just congratulations. It feels like a deliberate move to instill this deep sense of responsibility, value. It means you walk in, committed, ready to grab every opportunity. It signals you're part of something elite, and that sets a unique baseline for the personal growth they talk about. And that core promise right there in the primer, it's quite something. You're going to change. We're not going to make you change. You will change. That's a powerful statement. It's like saying, get ready, this transformation is happening.
You will change.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really jumps out. It's not wishy-washy. It suggests real confidence in their method, this mix of introspection, community, practical stuff. They've seen it 9 times already, right? They talk about participants who feel different, act differently, behave differently, becoming entrepreneurs capable of taking the next step. But what does that feeling different really mean here? Beyond just, say, hitting business milestones.
I think it's about pushing past that inertia many entrepreneurs feel. It's fostering genuine personal transformation. The change isn't like, do X, Y, Z. It's deeper. A shift in how you tackle problems, how you handle uncertainty, how you lead. Developing a more resilient mindset, maybe. Sharpening how you articulate your vision, finding a stronger sense of purpose. Because the program, initially anyway, it isn't there to rubber stamp your business model on day one. It's really designed to help you grow. Equip you with the resilience, the skills you need for the inevitable bumps in the road. The business idea might be the car, but you're the driver they're focused on upgrading.
Okay, that makes sense. But this intense personal growth, it doesn't happen in a vacuum, right? The primer really hammers home the community aspect. You're definitely not alone. You join this huge ecosystem, over 600 people in Bermuda. Leaders, mentors, supporters, that's quite an instant network. But with a group that large and diverse, how does it actually work? How does it effectively support each individual's journey?
It's impressively structured, actually. Multi-layered support. So first you have the enablers. They're described as accountability partners, thought partners. Key thing. They don't give you answers. They ask the right questions in these bi-weekly temp checks, or TCs, helping you find your own solutions. Like an enabler might ask, instead of that big launch, what's one tiny test you could run this week to see if people even want this core feature? Pushing you to test, not just plan. And that very first meeting, the ideation session, it's specifically designed to explore and pressure test your idea with them guiding your self-discovery.
Right, asking questions, not giving directives, I like that. And then there are the resident advisors, the RAs.
Yeah, the RAs, these are grads from previous cohorts. And get this, they pitch to stay involved. They really believe in it, want to give back. They've genuinely been where you've been. And they bring all sorts of experience, sustainability, AI, education, retail, you name it. They help you navigate the workshops, develop content. It's like having experienced peers in your corner.
Battle-tested peers, yeah.
Yeah.
That must be incredibly valuable.
Totally. And then there's the KPMG partnership. They're superheroes. Nice name, offer weekly support right in the hub, focused on knowing your numbers. Cash flow, budgeting, forecasting, pricing, all that stuff that can feel, well, intimidating for new entrepreneurs. It's very hands-on, practical help, grounding the big vision in financial reality.
Okay, so enablers for guidance, RAs for peer experience, KPMG for the numbers. But with all this support, is there a risk? Like, do people get too dependent, or does it push you to be more independent?
That's a good question. They specifically mention fostering an adult-to-adult relationship, which sounds like it's designed against dependency. You're expected to show up prepared, bring your challenges, actively engage. It's about collaboration, mutual respect, using the community's wisdom, but you still own your journey, your decisions, empowering you, not just propping you up.
Got it. Okay, so with that support system clear, the next big question for you is, well, what does the actual journey look like? Ignite has this roadmap, the Ignite Entrepreneurial Journey. What are the key stages?
Right. It kicks off with boot camp. That's the big 2-day in-person start, October 1st and 2nd. It's foundational. It gets everyone speaking the same language, covers vital stuff. Mindset, behaviors, customer discovery, actually talking to potential customers to find out the real problems before you build anything. Plus, lean startup principles, build, measure, learn, iterate quickly. It's where you meet everyone face to face and get aligned.
Okay, intense start. What happens after boot camp?
Then you're into the first half of the program. This is when you get 24-hour access to the hub, that physical space. You start your bi-weekly enablement sessions, those TCs. And they have event nights with industry experts covering everything from self-management to marketing. And like we said, a big focus here is knowing your numbers with KPMG. It sounds like they hit the ground running.
Definitely sounds like it. No time wasted.
Not at all. Then you reach Accelerate, which is the halfway mark, another full-day workshop. But this one shifts focus pretty dramatically. It's less about the business mechanics and more about you as the leader. It's designed to dig into what might be stopping you, what's holding you back from leveling up, a real deep dive into self-reflection, personal growth. Ties back to that transformation promise.
Interesting. So it circles back to the personal development aspect midway through.
Exactly. Then, the second half of the program moves more towards communication, messaging, and they acknowledge something really important. The majority of people pivot at some point, and that's okay. It's expected even, part of the learning process. They also say the program plants seeds. Not everything clicks immediately. You might have those aha moments, months, even years later. It's building a toolkit for the long haul.
That makes sense. You absorb so much, it takes time to process and apply it all.
For sure. And it wraps up with Celebrate Success, an end-of-program event with Entrepreneuring Awards. A key point here is metrics. Since the program's free, providing your metrics, job creation, revenue, engagement, whatever's relevant is framed as how you pay for it. It allows Ignite to show its impact to donors, keep the cycle going. You also get the chance to join their collab space, a subsidized co-working space. And they really push the once you're part of the Ignite family, you're always part idea. Biannual Reignite, reunions, ongoing alumni stuff, the connection continues.
Wow, it's incredibly thorough. But yeah, the warning, it's gonna fly, feels very real. You'd really need to be prepared to make the most of every single moment. So, thinking about making the most of it, let's switch gears to the practical tools. How do you actually engage day to day?
Okay, the main hub seems to be the Accelerator app. They call it the Ignite Virtual Network. Sort of like your private LinkedIn or Facebook, just for Ignite. It's the primary communication tool. You manage events there, connect with mentors, experts, alumni, other startups, upload documents like police checks, access resources, recordings. It's all in there. And they really stress updating both your personal and your startup profiles. Photos, skills, contact info, logos, business facts. It's not just admin. It makes you searchable and lets you search the whole network for specific skills or help. You can sync your calendar, browse by role. It sounds quite powerful for networking.
A dedicated network app. Okay. And what about more immediate communication?
For that, there's the WhatsApp group, described as your new best friend for your community of entrepreneurs. Sounds like it's for quick questions, sharing wins. They mention ringing a good news bell in the hub, which is a nice touch, getting quick feedback. But with clear rules, no spamming, no fundraising, purely for support and community chatter. An instant lifeline, like you said.
Right. Essential for that quick back and forth.
Definitely. Which brings us to time management and goal setting. This is critical. It's an intensive accelerator, 204 days. They frame it as about 1% of our lifetime. Puts it in perspective. The message is, plan your time, protect it. They use this marble jar analogy, 176 opportunities for learning or engagement. Don't let them slip away. And a key action for you right at the start. Write down 2-3 specific goals for Ignite program journey. Actually writing them down sets the intention. They also suggest using your own tools calendars, habit trackers, maybe Cornell notes for meetings. And crucially, being kind to yourself. It's a lot of information. To help, they provide the Spark workbook weekly leading up to boot camp and this new AI technology booklet to help you boost your tech game.
It really reinforces that core idea. What you get out of this is all about the work that you put in.
Yeah.
The program's free, yes, but your presence, your metrics, paying it forward, that's your price tag. It's a commitment.
It is. And they use that Oprah giveaways analogy in the primer too, suggesting these giveaways, the resources, the network, the learning, have a deeper impact than just getting free stuff. It's about the intrinsic value of the transformation, investing in yourself and the community.
Okay, last big concept here, and it sounds really powerful, the mastermind group. The primer really digs into this, suggesting it's not a new idea, but maybe a forgotten key to success.
Yeah, they use a great historical example. Ben Franklin's 1727 group, the Jintoto, met weekly for 38 years. And look who was in it. Cabinet makers, bartenders, clerks, surveyors, really diverse, not just his buddies who thought the same way. And this group apparently launched countless products, businesses, even millionaires. The value, they explain, is that honest, open debate with people who think differently to you. It's about tackling problems together, hearing totally different perspectives, finding solutions you just wouldn't come up with alone. The power of diverse, collective thinking.
And that links back to paying it forward, right? Using your unique skills, your superpowers, to help others in your cohort. It's not just about receiving help, but contributing. And trying to figure things out first, not just immediately asking for answers. Especially when you consider the program's value estimated at over $10,000. Paying it forward becomes part of maximizing that collective investment.
Precisely. And all of this builds towards their final powerful message in the primer. Courage. They say you are stronger than you believe. You have more power in this community than you had 2 hours ago. This courage is about asking the tough questions, stepping into uncomfortable growth zones, owning your purpose, making the absolute most of this 0.5% opportunity. They really urge you, bring all of you to boot camp. Don't leave anything on the table. Don't regret not speaking up. Don't regret not pitching at full power.
Being open to those aha moments about yourself or the business, especially when things get tricky. And the whole process is geared towards making you investor ready, with support from BICL, their sister company for investment capital. So we've really unpacked quite a journey today. From the exclusivity and the huge support network to the detailed roadmap and the tools. It's a very deliberate, holistic approach.
It really is. The takeaway seems clear. It's a dual journey of personal and entrepreneurial transformation. And they're upfront about it. Time will fly, and what you put in is what you get out. Active engagement is everything.
Absolutely. So for you listening, the final thought to chew on might be this. How could you harness this kind of blend, the community, the structure, that call for courage to reshape your own path, whether you're in a program like Ignite or not? How will you use your next 204 days, your 1% of lifetime, to turn opportunities into real growth and impact? Something to think about. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Keep exploring, keep learning, keep asking those big questions.